Hi, my name is Dana. I'm a saddle fitter with Custom Saddlery, and I'm at the Riding Warehouse today to introduce Custom's new line of saddles, the Envy. So let's talk about one saddle at a time. This is the Motion. The Motion has a flatter seat area. It's a broader seat, so it's supportive of a rider's seat bones. It has a deep feel, but the cantle is not as deep as in some saddles. It has a slightly more open feel to the seat, has room for you to move around because of the flat spot here. And a lot of riders like that feel, and that's what they go with. The Aurora has a different shaped seat. You can probably see as you look at them when they're balanced. This has a more gentle curve from beginning to end. So we call it a more scoopy seat. It kind of hugs the rider, and it has a deeper cantle. So it's very supportive and does not allow the rider to fall back. And it's a very, very comfortable feel. This one is a slightly more locked in feel. This one is a slightly more open feel. So now I've told you a little bit about the differences in the models. I want to tell you a little bit about how they are the same and very similar to some of the other brands that Custom makes. Custom Saddlery has been around for decades in the United States and now all over the world. We specialize in high-end, very customizable, very comfortable, and adjustable saddles for both horse and rider. We also have a second line that is a much higher end. It's called the Aviar saddle, and that has all new products within the saddle. It is made with a polymer tree that has shorter tree points. It's very flexible, years and years of development for that tree. And between those two brands, there are a lot of great features. This saddle was introduced as a way to provide those amazing high-tech features, good quality leathers, highest quality of design, great comfort, to introduce it in a more cost-effective way. So that's how the Envy was born. The Envy is a saddle that takes the highest tech tree that we make for the Aviar, puts it in this saddle. We use the leathers and the design of the Custom saddle, which is tried and true. We've been selling these for decades, and horses and riders love them. But we've married those together with few options available to streamline the manufacturing, makes it easier to produce, takes products that we already have to create a saddle that did not need a lot of R&D money to do it. It's faster to produce, and you get the saddle faster, and therefore the price is less expensive. So you get a really, really high quality saddle at a very, very cost-effective price. Okay, next I'm going to take a saddle to the workbench and show you how easily this saddle is taken apart so that a qualified saddle fitter can adjust it to fit your horse as needed. Okay, so here we are in the shop, ready to take the Envy saddle apart to show you how easily it's done. In the past, saddles have been stitched together, the front and the back, which makes it a lot more difficult to get inside the saddle, either to flock it or to adjust a tree. So this saddle, because of all the high-tech products in it, is designed with the click system. So the panels come apart very easily with a couple of main things that have to be undone. This is called the fall down screw. This is the most time-consuming part because you can't use a drill, cordless drill, to do this. Okay, so that's off. Then we can pop that away, and we can take that out. I'm going to turn it back over. These screws solidify the back rear panel that we've got in place. Undo those. I've got that tab undone. Now I'm going to use the flocking iron, put that between the panel and the tree, and I'm going to unclick it. So that's unclicked. There's Velcro to hold it in place. So now we see the inside of the saddle. Here's the tree, your polymer tree. And we have access to the panel. So the panel has Velcro that closes it. So we can undo this Velcro to access the wool. This is where we can add wool. Using your flocking iron and wool, you can push the wool in here. You can use long needle nose pliers and pull wool out if you need to. The other thing about these panels is it has a shim inside the panel that has dual purposes. It's called a PRS shim. PRS stands for Pressure Relief System. This is a carbon fiber shim. It's only about 3 millimeters thick, runs the length of the panel. And it's between panel and the tree. It's not something that sits on the horse's back. Only wool sits on the horse's back. And this helps to distribute pressure evenly across the length of the saddle and on the horse's back. Okay, now that I've shown you how easily the saddle is taken apart, it's just 3 simple steps. It's the same steps in reverse to put it back together. The first thing we want to do is click the panel back into the rear of the saddle. That's all you have to do. Use some elbow, a little bit of pressure, and you click it back in. Now the back of your saddle is secured. You use a screw to tighten up the tab, and then you use the fall down, tighten that up. So I want to thank you for watching. If you have more interest in NB saddle or would like to talk to a customer service agent about purchasing one, please feel free to visit ridingwarehouse.com.